I've been visiting the Borders ever since I was a child, for as long as I can remember. My grandparents lived in Peebles, so we used to spend quite a few weekends with them in Peebles. I always really enjoyed watching Peebles Beltane, their civic week, every year, and taking part in the fancy dress parades. And then my family moved down to the Borders when I was about 11, so I went to high school in Kelso and lived just outside of Kelso, and again enjoyed the landscape. Much as I'd planned to move away, I discovered that the course I really wanted to study was textiles, specialising in knitwear. So I came to Heriot-Watt University in Galashiels to study textiles. Had a couple of years away and then came back. This was clearly the place I meant to end up. And being here gives me the space to build up my business that I wouldn't have had anywhere else. So it's important from that, but it has lots of family connections and places that I feel a bit sentimental about. I don't actually get out and about through my work very much, but I do have a lovely little dog, and she's the reason I have to leave the house every day and go for nice walks and enjoy the countryside in Gala. So there are actually lots of really lovely walks around Galashiels that are great for me, they're great for the dog, and have beautiful scenery. So that's what I'm doing most of the time when I'm not here. A lot of my work is based on colour. We're quite sort of colour focused. So initially when I started my business, I was looking to the west coast of Scotland, where I'd spent a lot of childhood holidays. But particularly around lockdown, and I suppose the more time I enjoy spending in the Borders, the more I get my colour inspiration from the landscape around me. And it's amazing how much the colours change throughout the year and what vibrant colours we have here. So it'd be, we're just turning into what I think of as magenta season and sort of late summer, or kind of midsummer with thistles coming out and willow herb. And we'll have the heather soon, maybe sort of later in July, August, and that'll be sort of really lovely pinky purples everywhere, with really vibrant greens that we get with brackens. There's a really interesting kind of reddish soil around the eildons. That's a really interesting colour. It matches the dog beautifully when she gets covered in it. And we get, just so many beautiful colours all year round. It's really stunning. I particularly enjoy spring and autumn. I love seeing the world kind of colouring itself back in spring. And then the colours of autumn as the leaves change are always spectacular. Well, today we're in my studio, and this is really my happy place. I'm happiest when I'm making and creating. It has nice light up here. It's where I feel very comfortable. So I can be surrounded by my own colours, colours of wool, and that's always great. I love being so close to that heritage. My vintage knitting machine that you might not see in shot, that was bought by one of the mills, and now that it's sort of obsolete technology, it then went to another small company that I used to work for in the Borders, and when they were changing their business, I bought it. So it has this lovely Borders history to it, and I really like that ties me into the heritage of the area. And knitwear from the Scottish Borders is renowned for its quality and its longevity, and we work with some of the best brands in the world here. It's really nice to have that, and it also means that there's the skill base to, say, fix my machinery, so that when I do need help, it's on hand, and I feel really lucky to have that. I think, though, that I feel that the Borders gives me a sort of a sense of calm most of the time, that allows me to focus on my work and feel really comfortable while also feeling inspired by what I can see around me. I feel like there's sort of having the fresh air and the space and the sort of the room to breathe is really important. Definitely come here, it's great. It's not shouted about, but it's a hidden gem of Scotland, and you should definitely come.